Yes, sir. Welcome to and welcome back to HBCU, the show, the podcast, anything you want it to be. Good rising, good people. I'm one of your co-hosts, Bobby K here, and my fellow co-host.
Shame the dream, you already know what it is. And our honorary guest, our editor.
While they're not well, let's go.
As you see by the title, we are here to talk about Sparking Zero. And
Dramatic.
as per usual, if you've watched our previous anime episodes, you will know that I am not an anime connoisseur, so I will be more of a moderator. But Wale and Hashim, I've been playing the game religiously since this came out. And so, first and foremost, guys, how excited were you guys to hear about Sparking Zero?
I was hyped. Geeked. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's about time. Seeing how good it started looking too in the trailers. Oof.
How long have
Ah,
they been working on this?
5 years supposedly.
Oh, wow.
it shows too. Right, Wale?
So to answer Bobby's question,
Uh,
off rip, and this is like watching a gaming show. They're showing a showcase of games, right? And they show
Hmm.
Tenkaichi. The thing is gonna be a HD collection or something. Then they switch to Sparking Zero footage. We're like, wait. We're like, oh shit, this is a sequel. So for about 10 seconds, I was hype as all fuck. But then I'm like, no, I gotta see gameplay. I don't trust any of y'all. I don't trust it to be good.
I feel like any game that is uh talked about coming out with a trailer or something, you should not trust anything you see in a trailer unless gameplay comes out.
Hmm.
Because we've referenced it so many times, but like 2K does that shit all the time where they will show people a trailer of how much sweat a player has on their forehead or some blacktop shit or whatever or some online shit, but they never show the actual gameplay footage until after the fact. And then once people see the gameplay, they're like, "Oh, that shit got the same problems as the last one." So, food for thought. I think always check the gameplay before you buy a game. But nonetheless, so how long have you guys had the game so far?
It came out Friday. Let me tell you how hard it was for me to get the game. I didn't pre-order it because I don't believe in pre-ordering. So day it
Oh,
comes out, went to 4 different GameStops, 2 different malls, and none of them had it. My boy who lives in the city, he got his copy. He didn't pre-order it either. So I'm like, wait, let me tell him to get me a copy. That was Friday. I didn't see him until Sunday, yesterday, to get the copy. So I've been playing it for game time, like about 3 hours. Yeah.
okay. So you have a decent perspective on how you feel about the game so
Nah,
far.
hell yeah, I do.
Okay, Hashim.
I've been playing it for a week.
Oh, you pre-ordered.
Yeah, pre-order, 55 hours. I have
Charlatan,
a.
you're the damn problem.
55 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, I was stuck inside for 3 days because of a hurricane. I can't do anything, and I still have
Hey,
power.
hey,
So
shout out to everyone in Florida and the Carolinas on the hurricane. Just side note. But yeah, that's a good point. At least you had power to play the damn game.
it's facts.
But yeah, 55 hours. You did a work shift on that shit already. God damn.
Right.
So, Hashim, since I know your ass is a bandwagoner. You love the game.
Bandwagon is
What are the
crazy.
what are the pros? We'll start with pros. What are the pros of the game right now that you're feeling? What's the pros?
I think it looks the cinematography, whatever, how it looks great.
Cinematography.
Yeah, I think it looks great. Um, this guy, I think it looks good. I'll show my gameplay after this. I think it looks great. Um, the variety of characters, you got 182 characters. If you can't find somebody you like, that's your problem. Uh, there are some cons. I'm not super biased. You
Stick with the
feel?
pros first until you get to your cons
But,
generally.
um, I love the gameplay. I love that you're able to play online. They incorporated, although it's on one stage, they incorporated being able to play in the same room with somebody. split screen, which I don't know why they weren't gonna have it, but split screen. And I don't know. I really like this game. It makes me excited to come home and try to play the game. Hop on the game, play with your friends and stuff. I haven't had that feeling for like 5 years.
Like for any game, you
I
haven't
said
had that.
5 years. I said Fortnite is probably the last one.
I gave you that type of feeling of like, oh, I'm excited to play this as soon as I get home.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wale.
So for pros, I would say sizable cast. The sound effects when fighting, stripped straight from the anime. Particularly DBZ, because Super's sound effects were not it. I was like worshiping the heavens, saying, "Yo, thank God for the sound design being great." Yeah, some of the visuals are good. I'll say that there's like nice little Easter eggs, like paying homage to the anime and the movies, where if you beat an enemy with a certain move, they have like this screen, and it honestly it's nice to look at. Um, my friends are hyped to play it. They were hyped to fight me more than anything than I was to even play the game. So I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Everyone's all in the lobby. We're taking turns, cheering people on, talking shit, giving each other advice. So it's not so much the game itself, it's the after effects it has on people right now that I'm like, oh, this is nice. This brings it back.
Oh, it has some like nostalgic elements to it. You would say,
Yes.
in terms of like the characters involved, or just like
The
the
characters,
scene, the
but
fight,
but more so the
fighting. Or...
effect it has on the people I know that grew up with these games. It's not so much the
Mm.
gameplay itself, it's what the gameplay means to other people and how we could come together and look forward to hopping on a Discord call or meeting up at someone's house and playing split screen.
Man, this gives me a callback to our episode. If you haven't already, go watch our tribute episode to Toriyama. We kind of delved in that a little bit deeper. But so with the pros,
Hmm.
there are also some cons. So, Hashim, if you want to go
Yeah.
first, because I already know Wale is
Meaning to
gearing up to say some. Yeah, he about to say some wild shit. But Hashim, what are some cons? Some cons you've noticed in your 55 hours of gameplay?
People pick easy characters. Giants are god awful to verse online.
Can you explain what giants are, please?
Just giant characters. There's Grade 8 Vegeta. There's Bat Janimba. There's uh Octorilo. Where it's as a normal size. This is the name of the characters, but as a normal sized person that you're fighting with, it's annoying to verse those people that just spam certain moves.
And
Then there's Yajirobe.
before anyone says anything in the comments saying, "Oh, you gotta pick because you're doing team battle, Bobby, there's a system where to not make it too imbalanced, there's point systems to how many the kind of characters you pick. So if I pick Goku at Super Saiyan 3, that's a lot of your points. You can't build a big team off of that. You probably get like maybe one more person, maybe two, versus someone's 3 to 4, maybe even 5. And you gotta be wise with it. You gotta pick them at the lowest level and work your way up. So up until that point, you're defenseless against these giant characters like Hashim says, and it's a bitch. Go on, Hashim, continue.
I think Yajirobe is gonna become a problem because people are abusing him, and a sense being that brings him back to full health. And I don't know. That's all I got for cons. I love the game.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Go
Are you
ahead.
done? You finished? Alright, so
Go ahead.
one,
Go ahead.
boom. Because unlike a lot of you mother lovers who apparently have a problem with Grade 8 Vegeta, which by the way, I'm gonna ask you that question, Hashim. But a lot of y'all didn't play Tenkaichi apparently. That knowledge takes you far, but when I tell you the movement of this game is wonky as shit, it's wonky as hell. Like a lot of stuff will whiff and miss when it shouldn't, especially rush attacks. Hashim, you should know this. Them rush attacks, the tracking is god awful. God awful. The beam attacks, the tracking is too overpowered. You can barely dodge that shit. That's one. The power
Do you agree
up.
with that, Hakeem?
Sounds like a skill issue.
I'll
Oh,
fuck you up in that game. Don't play with me.
oh,
I will beat the hell out of you. I actually played the game. Okay, thank you very much. But
oh! We need. Oh, we. Oh. Yeah,
there's gonna be footage of this matchup. So watch. Watch.
They Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
Anyways,
go ahead.
I don't like how when you pick your characters, as you say, start match, it just throws you in. There's no ready, set, fight because it can. No, don't say that, Hashim.
That's the
Because
good part.
no, it's
You don't
not.
have to wait in a queue and
No. I
waiting.
mean, like when you pick your character, says start, and you know that shows the characters shifting to look at each other, right? At
Yeah.
that point, it should say ready, set, fight. Nah, it's just you're staring at
They
each
say
other,
they're
huh?
they say their dialogue, and that's basically they're already set fight. It's not like you just jump straight into fighting.
Yes, you do. You jump straight
They
into
both,
fighting.
they both say their dialogue, don't they?
They say the dialogue, but again, there's still like that moment of time where it's just you can't move, and then after like a few seconds, then you can move and fight. That kind of throws off the balance easily. I feel.
Okay.
That's me. What else is there? I said the tracking of both the kinds of fucking the clashes suck in this game. I'm sorry, I don't like how they did clashes. A lot of the clashes are very unclear. If
Ow.
that makes sense.
You do the tutorial?
They don't teach you the clashes in tutorial, bro. They just say this is
They
the kind of tutorial, this is the kind of clash you're about to do it, and then there's button prompts. There's no clue on the timing or the series of it. It's just go.
I can help
I
you
just
out.
want to point out how condescending Hashim has been while he's making his point.
That's what
I
sheep
can-
does. That's what sheep does. They
I can-
just soak in.
I can
What?
help you out. I'm just saying I can help you out. I can tell you how the mini games work.
I'm sure.
I'm dead ass. I'm not even being condescending. Because I had the same thing. It's like they don't say, although like they don't say how to. They say, oh, this is how you get into the clash. They don't say, you hold square for to build up the meter, or you tap square to get to a certain point.
Yeah,
I agree.
Some will argue that it's just for you to experiment and learn. But I'm gonna say that's just not intuitive, because especially you have a variety of clashes too. Go ahead.
I would say the training is what's the word I'm looking for? Not dreadful. Lackluster. There you go.
Oh yeah, thank you for mentioning that. The story's lackluster too. It's a PowerPoint.
I mean, but it's not the story is not there. It's really just for the what ifs. If you playing this game and you don't know the damn story of each and every one of these characters, that's a problem.
Or maybe people just want to see it animated prop in a different way in the game. Why are we doing
How
slideshows?
many times you gonna see this get animated? You got Budokai 2, Budokai 3, Budokai Tenkaichi, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. You got Dragon Ball, you got Dragon Ball Z, you got Dragon Ball Super, you got Dragon Ball GT, you got the manga, you got this
But
game has been around.
Hashim, you have to understand though that even the first Dragon Ball Z games, they had a different interpretation of showing the story. Because Budokai 1 to 3 and the other thing you listed was not one-to-one to the anime or the manga. They had their own fillers in between. So why can't we get that? Why am I looking at a PowerPoint slideshow? I paid $70 to see a slideshow? Get the fuck out of here.
Pause. So Hashim, I don't understand your point. Why does everyone need to know each and every character's story in order to play with that character?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying most people did not buy the game for the story, because I'm pretty sure 90% of the people that bought the game already know the story of all these characters. If you didn't know Goku, yes. If you bought the game and you had no knowledge of Dragon Ball Z in general,
in its own way, yeah.
and and I'm talking about anime. You have Dragon Ball, you got Dragon Ball Z. This is on Crunchyroll. Then you got Dragon Ball Kai, which goes over everything. How many opportunities have people? You do not. I'm telling you right now. You do not. You don't have to pay to watch these anime. I'm telling you as a person that don't pay for Crunchyroll to watch anime.
I thought Crunchyroll was free.
It is free, but you're not gonna get a lot of anime. But
Shit.
You don't
wait. Back to my con. Hold up.
Go ahead.
And all y'all, this is gonna be the last one. And all y'all deriding all the animations and visuals. When I look at them transformations, bruh, there's like weird pauses in between. There's a lot of animation quirks where I'm like, this looks unfinished as hell. I don't know how y'all don't see this. There's parts of this game that looks unfinished where I'm like, why does a PS2 game seem more snappy, responsive, and more fluid than this? That's my issue with that shit. Visually, it could be a lot better. It's 2024. 17 years ago. Why is it this corner's cut? Is what I'm saying.
I mean, you could say the same thing about the anime as well. So
Which anime?
comparing Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super,
No, Super is just trash. So there you go.
there's
That's what you cut
a
corners.
there's a big gap there too as well.
They cut corners. That's why they should not for that
Here's the
large.
thing. You have experience with animation,
Yeah.
so you even though you're not strictly looking for it, you could see that it's like, oh, this is one of them. Like it's
There's
like somebody that plays basketball professionally and see kids playing basketball is like, yeah, damn, this guy sucks. Although he might be nice.
Hashim, you don't need to be an animation like stunt enthusiast to know bad animation about art and animation. A lot of people call it out.
Yes, I'm saying,
also,
but you have
Yeah.
more experience in there, do you not?
I do, but Hashim, if I show you remember that first fight in Super where Goku fought Beerus? You remember that shit, right?
Yes.
The whole internet, I know probably 75% don't know a damn thing about animation and art, but they're like, why does this look so bad? They couldn't tell you why.
Yeah.
They just know it looks bad. I can tell you why it looks bad. But go ahead, Bobby.
I was just gonna say to Hashim's point, like, even if something is at the highest level possible in terms of quality or in terms of like nostalgic feel or whatever the case may be, everything should have an evolution to it. So, for example, like, okay, Jordan is like the GOAT to a lot of people or whatever, right? That doesn't mean that, oh, if Jordan goes to a park and watch like youngins come up, that he shouldn't see evolution of their skill set because they've had the opportunity to watch his game, to watch how the game has evolved over 25, 30 plus years. So that to me should apply to the graphics and how everything looks aesthetically. There's no reason some shit in big 2024 should look the same way it looked 15, 20 years ago.
Bobby, you telling me Jordan's not better than half the NBA right now?
Oh, more than that. He's better than like 98% easily.
But
no, but that's
Dragon
not the
Ball
point,
Z
though.
animation was great. They even looked more muscular back then.
Huh.
But the point is, though, if we've had so much advancement and evolution within technology and the things that you're able to do with that and graphic designing, there's no reason that we're still looking at how aesthetically unsatisfying a game looks, especially a fighting game that is featuring anime characters. You guys have talked ad nauseum about the detail and about just how like intricate it looks within the actual manga or whatever itself. But then it doesn't apply to the game. That's kind of bullshit to me. Am I bugging?
It happens all the time.
But that's still a problem. Just because it happens doesn't mean it should be acceptable, though. Then why did you take 5 years?
All the time. And I'm not just talking about just video games. Movies, sequels are worse than the original.
So you're justifying it.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that yes, we have higher standards than we did back then, right? But don't mean it's not good. Mike Jordan's great.
Mm-hmm.
Still great now.
Mm-hmm.
But old stuff could be great then and still great now.
All right, so let me ask you, Hashim, real quick. I'm gonna ask some miscellaneous stuff. So, Grade 8 Vegeta, what's the verdict? How long it take you to beat that mother lover?
People were dragging it. I'm not gonna lie. Although there's two different versions as well. There's the what if version and there's the
main one, not the what
original.
if. We're talking about the main one.
You verse Vegeta first and then he turns to a grade 8. Yeah, it wasn't that crazy.
How many times it take you to beat him?
It took probably 10. And that's
Okay.
without me going through the tutorial. So I'm going in there just straight up. I was just streaming, so I'm going there straight up. Like, damn.
10 without the
Yeah.
tutorial. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Well-
it was 3 for me without the tutorial. Just my knowledge of Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah,
So when I find
you have-
when I find you in the
You
lobby,
have
when I
Tenkaichi
find you
3.
in the lobby, I'm gonna come for you and I'm gonna destroy you. All right?
Like I said, people are dragging this Vegeta nonsense. Yes, it was a problem. He grabs, blah, blah, blah. People are saying he's impossible to beat.
I know. And
That's a real
that's a problem.
skill issue.
That's a real, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Because I literally said I made a TikTok saying I got the game. Let's see what all the hullabaloo's about. And the verdict is a lot of y'all suck. Okay? A
But
lot of
can
y'all
you
suck.
enjoy? Can you enjoy a game even if you're not that good at the game, just
You
off
could.
of
Yeah,
the
you can just
modes
lower.
and the features of it?
You could.
You can
Yeah.
lower the you could lower the difficulty. But I would say this: if you are one of the people that lower the difficulty,
Ha! Ha!
you're not saying, man. You're not.
And you
You
best keep.
should after the failures, you should, and they give you the offer to lower the difficulty. Should take that as an insult. You're like, hell no. You play it again, retry.
Hmm.
So you want them to keep failing instead of trying to ease
You're,
into it and then get better and better?
you're going to
Like,
get better by keep failing in it. Because you gotta learn that the dumb stuff that you keep doing is not
brother,
working, and you gotta figure a different way out.
when I was a kid and I had Madden, I was not fucking playing at all Madden because I
Hobbies,
had to work my way up to
hobbies.
get to that point.
We ain't kids. We're not. We're grown adults. There's
Some of y'all
grown
skill
adults,
levels is childish.
bro. They're grown
They're
adults.
grown up. The fact that Bobby's not wrong. Neither of you are wrong in this case.
I'm
Yes,
just saying, like,
but
I don't think you should base it off of that.
I can understand how people that never played the game or hasn't played the game in over like 20 years, right? They're having difficulties, right? They're not familiar, as well as half the people just don't go to the tutorial and just go straight into the story mode, thinking the story mode is going to teach you how to play the game.
Hmm.
It's not there to teach you how to play the game. That's the
It's just there
tutorial.
for background.
No, it's there for you to get dog walked on your first try, because you don't know what's happening. And if you don't do the tutorial and you're fresh into the game, you're gonna get clapped.
Hmm.
You know by
Go back to
experience.
the tutorial, huh?
You know by
Yeah,
experience.
I lost, and I was like, nah, I need to go back and do the tutorial. I don't know what
Oh,
I'm doing.
and I don't know if I said before, but yeah, all you naysayers and shit. It took me 3 tries, and that was with a fucked up L2 button. That's what I used to key charge. So imagine me trying to do a Kamehameha and I'm drashing into him. I'm like, but I still bust his ass.
Wait a minute. So you had a messed up L2?
Hmm.
Sounds like somebody needs a new controller.
I do. This is the wrong game to have a messed up controller. I'll say that. This is the wrong game to have it. Oh,
I'm just.
one quick pro, I will say. They add a lot of defensive options in this. I will say that. This makes the game challenging and more skill oriented. You need to know your defense, but at the same time, with the wonkiness of it and the input delay at times, which people talk about input delay, it can get a little frustrating too. So they need to polish the hell out this game. That's what I gotta
Yeah,
say.
but I agree with there's some glitches that's like, yo, I'm trying to switch out my players. Ain't letting me switch. Like, what's going on here? Or you could be like, yo, I know I'm not garbage. I definitely vanished. I got the timer down and it vanished. But as it's been out for 1 week.
No,
And they
no,
did-
no,
it-
no, no, no.
no. Let me finish. It's been out for 1 week, and this is why I also
Oh,
got
tip to
tight
yourself.
throughout the waiting.
Do
They
your
had
thing.
no demos. They had no demos to test out to see where the glitches are. They had professional YouTubers. Why you think there's demos to figure out what could be improved on, right?
They should have released it to the public. They should have did it old
They
school.
they should have, yes. I ain't never had a game this big anticipation, and we ain't get no demo. We see other people playing it, like 5, 10 people playing it over
Mhm.
and over.
And then you know
Ain't get
what?
no demo.
I blame the
But if you-
YouTubers too. Some of the YouTubers are like, oh, this plays exactly like so. No, the fuck it does not. Don't you lie to people. Don't you dare lie to people.
But if you played the other games and if you know the story, why you need the demo? Ain't that right?
Different game,
Why you
bro.
need the demo?
No, it's gonna be it's like I'll use Street Fighter. Each Street Fighter is gonna be different. Either mechanics are gonna be different. Like he said, there's more defensive options in this one. Or
Mhm.
different defensive options. You have 2 different sets of controls that you can use, the standard and classic. It's gonna be different. So the demo gives you feedback from a large amount of people, not just 5, 10 people. That's probably like gonna give
Casual
positive
gamers.
reviews.
At varying
Some of them are
degrees.
like OD. But yeah, they could be casual gamers or just be like content creators specifically.
Mhm.
But they should have put
Okay.
out a demo.
So So how about this? To wrap this up, because I think we've gotten the gist of everyone's thoughts. So you guys give the rating of how you feel about the game out of 1 out of 10,
If you give
and
it a 10, I
your
swear to God, I'll
quick
find you, Hashim. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bobby.
and
What?
as well. Hold on.
Better be sick of me.
Hold on. Give a
Better
rating.
be-
Give a rating of 1 out of 10, and give your quick synopsis on the overall enjoyment of the game or the things that you would hope that it can improve on.
Why do you want to go first?
Go first,
Yeah.
Hashim.
Alright. After been playing for a decent, I would say a decent amount of time in the past week, I'll give it an 8.9. I think they do need to either fix. I mean, they say it's supposed to be unbalanced, but some stuff are crazy. Yajirobe be popping a sense of being. It's kind of crazy, and the way that he's able to build up to that is kind of crazy. But I do love the game. I get excited to play it every day. I am not tired of it after a week, and you get to play with your friends, play against people, a little competitive. There's still new mechanics that you're still learning, and there's little stuff that you could learn to make yourself better each time. Tutorial does need train. Tutorial does need work. 100%.
What's wrong with the tutorial?
They missing stuff. I don't know if they do it intentionally to make the game harder for you, but they missing stuff. And,
Is it important stuff?
I would say so.
Very. Okay.
It's stuff that even OG players might know. And if you go online, you're getting bodied because you don't know how to Z counter, and they get to your back, and you're just getting bodied. You're like, what am I supposed to do? And you get cooked. So, yeah, 8.9. I think that's a fair rating, honestly. I'll say IGN's rating after. Go ahead, Wally.
I wish you would have just said 9 out of 10. Your Mickey ass said 8.9.
Bobby, you be saying 5.3675.
That's
I hear nothing, man.
That's cap.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the movie rating one and see if he said any point or anything.
The only thing I'll say is 0.5. That's as strong as I know 0.9, whatever.
0.9, bro.
All right, real quick. So, my verdict, right? IGN's rating was based on some foolishness. For me, based on everything I said, I'm gonna give it a 7. You're
the person that rated IGN.
I was probably gonna say a 6.5 even, but it depends. So I will say the game needs more polish. Like as a game itself, I would say it's a complete package. Like you have to play the game to unlock things. That's a novelty concept now. Amazing. Holy shit. There's different modes. Amazing. There's custom modes and online lobbies. Amazing. But I will say some of the online, like quick matches, it should not be you place in someone's lobby. You just match up with a player, like in ranked, and go. That needs improvement. Overall, the gameplay needs to be polished, like badly, visually and gameplay performance-wise, because there's a lot of times when like Hashim said, I knew I vanished shit. My timing was on point, but it feels delayed and not as snappy and responsive as a PS2 game. It should be superseding that tremendously. And I'm only rating it this low because that's how much I see the potential, and I actually love the shit. I like it a lot. But I'm not going to be you meat riders trying to just glaze everything and give these motherfuckers excuse saying, oh, we can just rest. I'm not saying you are, Hashim. All these other people online who are trash on social media, they don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds for this. Update the damn game. Keep it up to par, alright? Last thing, Hashim, where do you rank this among, like, do you think it's better than Tenkaichi 3 or worse? Or is it too far away for your memory to remember?
I don't think I played 3. Like I said before video game started, I played 2. And I played the Budokai games, not Tenkaichi. I played 1, 2, 3, Budokai, and then Xenoverse, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeesh.
I think Sparky's the best one that I played.
Alright, so you're talking about IGN then. What were you gonna say about IGN?
Bro, they gave it the reason people are complaining is because they gave it a 7, and they gave some garbage ass game a 7.
What was the
Okay,
Game
garbage
that
ass game?
I think Concord or something like
Concord,
that.
yeah.
But that's done closed down after like a month or something.
Well,
They gave that a 7. Huh?
I was gonna say the difference between me and IGN is Concord. I'll give that shit a 0 out of 10.
Yes, but that would have been fine if you
Okay.
gave the 0 out of 10 for if IGN gave a 0 out of 10 for Concord and then a 7 for Sparking Zero, everybody would be okay.
No,
It's because
okay.
they gave the garbage ass game a 7, and then that's basically calling Sparking Zero the same tier level
I
as
get that.
that, and that's why people are having a problem with IGN's rating. Not that it's a 7, but more so that they gave it a 7 and gave the other game a 7.
I have one last question. That's why I got my hood up. So,
Ah,
like,
Nah.
what is the possibility of us getting some gameplay footage of Hashim versus Wale in
Oh,
this
it's
game?
high.
And
High.
who's gonna get the W? Because I would like to see it.
It's high. I only do DP battles. That was about the poll.
uh,
I only do DP battles
I bet.
because I don't even play single battles because people are just gonna have Super Saiyan Gogeta and I'm gonna have Yamcha, and it's not gonna be balanced. So, I mean, I could still win.
Why are you picking Yamcha for singles? And you can't still win.
I mean, you pick Yamcha. You could pick players to get familiar with them for your DP team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to pick. It's out of 15 points. Yamcha is like a 3. So you need some lower tier players on your team of 5. Unless you run 2s. Where's my 5? Go ahead. Run a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and who's a 4? Krillin. No, Krillin's a 3.
Hi, Hashim. Just stock up on your team. I got something for you.
Alright.
Well,
Play
on that
online,
note,
man.
we're gonna wrap it up and close it out. Please let us know. Comment below your thoughts on Sparking Zero. Did you like the game? Did you love the game? Did you hate the game?
Okay.
Comment if you want to see gameplay footage between Hashim and Wale, and who do you think would win based off of what you heard. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on IG, HBCU3. All our individual socials are there. If you want to be a special guest, make sure to message us, DM us. We will love to have any of you guys be special guests. Also, follow us on TikTok, the HBCU Podcast. We are posting there regularly as well. And until next time, we are out of here. Peace.